Well, hello students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay and I have another read and repeat story that I'm going to help you understand and improve your English fluency. My stories will also help you with your English comprehension. So make sure that you're paying attention as well as learning along with me. Now, if you want to read along, I have placed the story down in the description of today's lesson to help you with your comprehension and reading English. You know, stories is one of the best ways to improve your English through reading and repeating. So we're going to have a great time on today. The story that I have for you today is going to be about a date night. Okay, here's a little surprise. Have you ever had an argument with someone? That's what we're going to talk about today and learn about, as well as go over some key vocabulary words. So let's get ready to dive into today's lesson. Don't forget, I will have a quiz at the end of today's lesson. So I hope you pay attention so you can participate with me. Let's dive into today's lesson. On a cozy Friday evening, Troy and Ronda, a couple who had been married for 10 years, eagerly headed out for a long-awaited date night. Okay, so today's story is about a couple involving Troy and Ronda, and they've been married 10 years. Whoever thought we would hear that it would be something strange to hear that someone's been married 10 years. Fortunately, God has blessed me. I have been married. This year will be 28 years. Wow, 28 years. Okay. Now, when you talk about something being cozy, it's a comfortable, maybe not winter or, well, no, maybe not fall. But usually cozy is like on a winter evening. You're bundled up, you're nice and warm and cozy. Okay. When you're eagerly headed out, you're looking forward to the evening. Okay. So if I were going on a date with my wife, I would eagerly look forward or anticipate. I think about it all day long. Okay. As the sentence says, it's something that's long awaited. This is overdue. You know, one thing you have to do in relationships to keep the fire going, you got to go out. You just can't stay at home and look at each other. You got to go out and do some things. So let's read and repeat this first sentence. On a cozy Friday evening, Troy and Ronda, a couple who had been married for 10 years, eagerly headed out for a long-awaited date night. All right, let's move on. I hope you repeated that quite well. I try to take my time so you can understand. As they sat in the dimly lit restaurant, an unexpected disagreement sparked, causing tension to fill the air like a sudden rainstorm. Okay, let's read and repeat, then I will help you understand the key vocabulary and phrases. As they sat in the dimly lit restaurant. Dimly lit restaurant. Restaurant. An unexpected disagreement. Unexpected. Unexpected. Disagreement or disagreement. Disagreement. Sparked, causing tension to fill the air. causing tension to fill the air. Tension. It sounds like a C, but the S-I-O-N, tension, tension, chin, tension. Like a sudden rainstorm. Like a sudden rainstorm. Okay, let's look at some of these vocabulary words. A dimly lit restaurant. So when something is dimly lit, the lights are turned down low. Okay, they're not completely off. They're not all the way on, or we would say full blast. They're dimly lit. Okay, it helps set the mood for romance. Okay, it helps set the mood, gets you settled. Okay, an unexpected disagreement. Okay, I was going out ready to have a good time, but something that I did not plan on happened. That's unexpected. I was in the store and I found $5 on the floor. That was unexpected. A disagreement is an argument, okay? I want chicken. Well, I want steak. Well, I'm not buying steak. Well, I'm not eating chicken. You're going back and forth, okay? Let's go to the 7 o'clock movie. No, let's go to the 9 o'clock movie. Well, I want to go to 7 o'clock. Well, you always get your way. And a disagreement, okay? When tension, or let's look at sparked, okay? An unexpected disagreement sparked, okay? It came out of nowhere. I mean, why are we arguing about this, okay? Something, as we would say, it jumped off. It sparked, okay? Causing tension, okay? Sometimes we say, man, I can feel the tension in the air, okay? You can feel the bad vibes, okay? You can feel that we're not on the same page. Our rhythm is off. Instead of us being united, we are divided, okay? A sudden rainstorm describes it was just boom. It happened real quick, okay? We were sitting there complimenting. You look nice, Rhonda. Thank you, Troy. Can I have some of your water? Why do you want some of my water? Why don't you get your own water? I mean, just came out of nowhere, okay? Troy's furrowed brow, his eyebrow, and Rhonda's crossed arms. Painted a picture of frustration, their voices rising in the small space. Okay, let's read and repeat. Troy's furrowed brow and Rhonda's crossed arms painted a picture of frustration. Painted a picture of frustration. Their voices rising in the small place. So Troy's furrowed brow. So it was kind of like The Rock. You ever seen the actor? You know, the eyebrow kind of goes up like, I can't do it. You're making me mad. You're making me upset. Okay. Rhonda's crossed arms, notice, painted a picture of frustration. So everyone that was in the restaurant could look at the couple and tell, oh boy, those two are going at it, okay? They're frustrated, they're upset, they're angry, all right? The clinking of cutlery around them seemed to echo the emotional turbulence, creating an awkward backdrop for their dispute. Wow, that is very descriptive. Their clinging of cutlery. Now you repeat. The clinging of cutlery, or the clinging of cutlery, around them seemed to echo the emotional turbulence. The emotional turbulence. Emotional turbulence. Creating an awkward backdrop. Awkward backdrop for their dispute. Excellent. So cutlery is another word for silverware. So like a fork, knife, a spoon. So they were arguing and just, Ronda, you get on my noise. Well, Troy, you get on my nerves. You get on. They were just, but you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. I hate you. Okay. Emotional turbulence. Emotional turbulence. So emotional turbulence is how you would describe stress. Okay. You make me want to pull out my hair. Okay. You're irritated. You're angry. Okay. About a person or what that person is doing. Okay. Something that is awkward is weird. You know, everyone's having a good time and it's just making me feel awkward that you're arguing in a restaurant. Okay. And of course, a dispute is another word for an argument or a back and forth. That's how we say a back and forth. Okay. However, the intensity slowly waned as Troy reached for Ronda's hand. And a silent understanding passed between them. Okay, Troy out there. Okay, putting some game on his girl. All right, let's read and repeat. However, the intensity slowly waned. Intensity slowly waned. Slowly waned. As Troy reached for Ronda's hand. And a silent understanding passed between them. Excellent. So when something slowly waned, it actually de-escalates. It goes from a high point to a low point. So they were on 10, as we would say. Why don't you just get out of here? I get tired of you. Then he touches her hand. Baby, I'm sorry. Girl, you know I love you. I'm sorry. I had a hard day at work. And so they just look at each other in one another's eyes. You always playing, Troy. Okay, and so they had an understanding between them. And so they stopped arguing. Okay? They stopped arguing. Wow. Okay, let me move my picture here. Let's see if I can get this to move. There we go. In the soft glow of forgiveness, Troy and Ronda shared a tender kiss. The troubles of the evening fading into the background as they rekindled the warmth of their connection. Okay. Let's read and repeat. In the soft glow of forgiveness. Glow of forgiveness. Troy and Ronda shared a tender kiss. The troubles of the evening. The troubles of the evening. Fading into the background as they rekindled the warmth. As they rekindled the warmth of their connection. Connection. Okay, let's wrap it up. So the soft glow of forgiveness. Okay, so they forgave one another. Forgiveness is when you pardon someone, you have mercy on someone, okay? You show some grace or some kindness, okay? A tender kiss. I'm not going to show you what a tender kiss looks like. Okay? The troubles of the evening fading into the background. So their arguing became less intense, okay? They began to focus on something good instead of something bad. To rekindle the warmth of their connection. So, in other words, they started showing affection towards one another again, okay? And that's what you want. You want relationships to be productive. But sometimes you do argue, and I think the key to this story is learning to forgive, okay? Wow, what a great story. If you like that, please consider hitting that like button as we get ready for today's quiz. Let's see if you were paying attention as well as got an understanding of a few key vocabulary words in today's story. Let's see if you can answer these correctly, okay? What does cozy mean? It's something I talked about at the beginning of the story. What does cozy mean? Number 2, what does frustration mean? What does frustration mean? And number 3, what is emotional turbulence? Emotional turbulence. You remember when we talked about that? Emotional turbulence. So if you can answer these, place your answers down in the description, or shall I say the comment section of today's lesson, and let's see if you can get all of these correct. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's story as well as today's lesson. I hope I have helped you in some type of way with your comprehension, vocabulary, as well as your English fluency. Now, if you know someone that is trying to improve their English, feel free to share today's lesson with them. Also, be sure to answer the questions and go back and practice today's lesson. Hey, I want to thank all of my new subscribers. Now, if you made it to the end of today's lesson, be sure to let me know what country are you from. Okay, let me know down in the comments section because I want to explore and get to learn where my subscribers are from, as well as learn about places I have never heard about. So I am going to be interacting with you or learning from you the same way you are learning from me. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope you join me on my next English lesson. Have a great day. And until then, I'll see you later.